Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
All right. So hi. My name is Britt, and probably most of you do not know me and are very surprised to see me on this screen. I am very fortunate to have been allowed to dabble in the Tales from the Loop world on the Nerdsmith network tonight, which I'm very, very excited about because I really love the Nerdsmith network. You've all been very wonderful to me. So yes, we're doing this sub-drive, and I'm going to turn this over to one of the Nerdsmith directors to explain why we're doing the sub-drive, and then we'll play a game.
Awesome. So we're doing our annual subscription drive. It's going until the end of the month. Our goal is to hit 250 subscribers. That's going to help the Nerdsmith network put out more amazing content, help support the creators that are on the network, help fund amazing art and hardware to produce this stuff. It takes money to make this amazing stuff, and we appreciate any support that you can offer. We've got lots of different tiers of subscription support. We have the $10 a month tier, which, of course, I need to pull up it's the Sidekick tier at $10 a month. And that gets you a bunch of awesome stuff, access to all of the bonus content that we've produced on the network from previous drives and from this one. All of the shows kind of contributed, not kind of contributed, they really contributed. A lot of unique content that's only available for Nerdsmith subscribers, so that is available. You also get 50% off of Nerd Alerts. And what a Nerd Alert is a show that's on the Nerdsmith network. If you buy a Nerd Alert from that show, you'll get a special shout out that you can give to one of the characters or one of the people that's in the show to read on the air. If it's like a shout out or an anniversary celebration or a message to your most hated rival, those are all available as well. There's a subscriber exclusive enamel pin designed to be announced. It will be punny. We don't have a finalized design yet, but it is in the works, and it's going to be great once we actually are able to show that. Then we also have additional subscription levels. Champion, $20 a month. You get all of the Sidekick stuff, but you also get a free Nerd Alert, a free Metal D20 from Die Hard Dice, a PDF download of the 2019 Nerdsmith Creator Cookbook that is the edited in chef by Pip from Countless Heroes, who I play, so that'll be fun. There's also exclusive access to a Discord server for our public server. Next, $35 a month, Superstar. This is the highest subscription tier we have. This is amazing if you choose to support at this level. You get all of the Sidekick rewards. You get all of the Champion rewards. You get a mug that has Nerdsmith branding on it. You get a physical copy of the 2019 Nerdsmith Cookbook. And, of course, you get our eternal love and gratitude. All of that money goes to support the shows that you specify when you choose your subscription tier. So that's great. We also have a $5 a month membership if none of the above tiers work out for you, but you still want access to that exclusive bonus content. $5 a month make you a Nerdsmith minion. That's well within budget for many of my friends and family. I know that. We appreciate any of the support that you give. We just thank you for being here. Thank you for taking part. We love you. You're part of the Nerdsmith family, and we want you to feel that with everything that we produce. Yeah, what did I miss? Oh, there's some additional stuff. Yes, tonight we have some exclusive things. The more entries into a prize that will be announced soon, Logan. The more entries, the better the prize gets, and it is a subscription to World Anvil. World Anvil is one of the network sponsors. It is a free-to-use campaign management and world building platform that also has subscription tiers and more robust features at those subscription levels. So they're giving away a subscription prize to be announced in chat later. Also, if we get 50 viewers tonight, we are doing a Die Hard Dice giveaway for a free set, Fen? Is it a free set of dice?
I believe it is a set of dice. Let me see which one it is, though.
Okay, so it's going to be a Die Hard Dice giveaway that is going to be at least one die, but up to a full set. That is to be determined in just a second. I I think that about covers it. Oh, you can find us at nerdsmith.org. If you would like to subscribe, you can do that at nerdsmith.org/subdrive. We are creeping ever closer to that 250 subscriber goal. So if you want to join the ranks of people who subscribe, you can do that there. You can also check out all of the amazing network offerings that we currently have on the website, and we're more than happy to have you. I'll turn it back over to our GM.
All right. So, as we've been screaming all over Twitter today, we are playing Tales from the Loop. And I picked Tales from the Loop, A, because I love it, but also B, because it was the first game that I ever streamed online as a player. And I really love Tales from the Loop for its very narrative-driven way that it can tell a story, and I find that it's very one-shot friendly. If you have never heard of Tales from the Loop or have never played it, Tales from the Loop is a game, a sci-fi game about the 80s that never was. So what that means is that it's alternate history. Back in the 50s, there was like this technological shift, and there's some robots and things. It's all very confusing. It doesn't really matter too much to our characters, though, because they're kids. They don't care about that stuff. That's never possibly going to affect their lives in any way. So how we are going to play this tonight is, all of our characters are kids in the 80s, and they are just going to go around living their lives totally normally and say what they do, and if what they do necessitates a die roll, I will tell them to roll a d6 for whatever of their abilities it requires. In Tales from the Loop, the Game Master doesn't ever roll themselves. They just throw things out there, and the players respond and have to roll the dice themselves. I am going to throw out a little bit of information about the particular setting that we're using for this one-shot, and then I'm going to have all of our characters go around and introduce who they are in real life, who their character is, and why they are in the place that they are at this evening. So, welcome to Waterfield, Maine. Waterfield is rather small by most standards. It boasts a very small downtown region, which amounts to just 2 intersecting streets lined by squat brick buildings on the Kennebec River. Waterfield, Maine doesn't actually exist. No. And there's a newer uptown region just off the highway near the hospital, which has one of those mini malls and a Kmart, but, and fast food. The town's primary industries are a paper mill and a hospital, which serve, most of the surrounding small farm towns. However, in 1987, everything changed for Waterfield. It was selected by the Rixenergy Research and Development Corporation for the construction of the New England Loop. Now, in this world, the loops are these sort of hubs of technological innovation. It started in Sweden, and then they brought one over to Boulder. And what the loop does is very mysterious, but it has something to do with magnetrine, which these kids don't understand. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But, there's flying cars. Sometimes people travel back in time, but it's very highly regulated and nothing ever goes wrong. So, the Waterfield Loop is not open yet, but construction has been underway for about 8 months now. And where we are opening our scene is in a small pizza shop on Main Street in April 18th, 1988, called Sonny's Pizza. There are a number of people in this pizza shop, and one of them is played by Fennec. So, Fennec, say who you are, what your character's name is, what their archetype is, and what they're doing in this pizza shop.
Hi. So I'm Fennec. I'm playing Amelia Lila Hendricks. She is the new kid, aka the town weirdo, because hey, when you're the new kid, you're always a little weird. And she is there to give tutoring lessons to one of the pizza makers named Steven.
Great. So, in Sunny's Pizza, it's definitely this sort of brick oven pizzeria that was shoved into two buildings that were not meant to be a pizza shop. So there's the pizzeria side with the counter and the drink shop or drink refrigerators, and that's where you line up and take your orders. And there's also a Street Fighter cabinet over near the soda stuff. Pretty cool. But then also there's a doorway that is very clearly brings you into another building. It may have been an old bank or something. Nobody really knows. And then on that other side of that doorway are all of the booths, and they're very weirdly high booths. You sit in them and you can't see over them, so it's a very popular date spot because you can get kind of cozy in there. Where is Amelia sitting in this pizza shop?
She would be sitting kind of near the counter where you order, and she would like have a math book kind of balanced in one hand and, you know, a drink in the other. She's a fan of orange soda, so she gets free orange soda whenever she does this. So she'd be like right by the door where everybody's coming in that counter.
Perfect. Yeah, there are 3 booths actually up on that counter. People very infrequently sit there, and so some of the people that are kind of going by to place their orders give you funny looks, but you know, you're there sometimes and whatever, you're just that person that's there. All right. The player of let's just go the order. I had to go back and look at the screen. Gerald's player.
My name is Kyle, and I will be playing Gerald. Was there anything else? Gerald Martin. He is he's kind of a bookish kid. He's there for family pizza night at Sunny's. It's a monthly tradition that they all bundle up and go out to rent a video and pick up pizza at Sunny's. And Gerald usually likes to talk to one of the guys in the back because he'll get a free Moxie.
Love that. So Maine. Feel like you did your research.
Moxies are delicious.
Now, are you waiting in line to pick up your pizza with your whole family? Or not your whole family, because one of your family is not there. But
yeah,
is the rest of your family there?
Dad and Sis went to the video store to rent a video. While Mom and I are here to pick up the pizza.
Perfect. All right. So, Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Beck. I'm going to be playing Julia or Jules. She is a rocker kid. Dad's not necessarily the best supporter, and Mom's no longer in the picture, so she's comes here to hang out and wait for her friend Charlotte to get all done with work so they can actually talk about their future band that they're going to get together.
So, are you in one of the booths just hanging out and waiting, or are you also on the counter?
He would be in the far back corner, kind of trying to hide from everybody and getting whatever free pizza Charlotte brings her.
Perfect. There is actually, so in the one section that has all of the booths, it's all booths, but in the section where there's the drink machine and the Street Fighter machine, there is one little lone table kind of shunted off into the corner where probably like the employees eat while they're on break, and you sat there. One of the employees kind of gives you a look, and then your friend kind of elbows him and is like, it's fine. So moving on over to Levi.
Hi, I'm Joe, and I'm playing Levi. Levi is the younger of the Gunsberg brothers. He is a little rough and rowdy, helping out on the farm, but also likes to get into a good bit of trouble. He's shorter than everyone else in his family, comparatively, but he does have a really cool denim jacket, and his mom is just letting him start to grow that mullet. So he's feeling pretty confident today.
Awesome. I'll wait to do the where are you both standing until after Zach gets to explain what's going on with Brick.
Yeah, hi, I'm Zach. I play Brick Gunsberg, Brick Wall Gunsberg, because he's a tall, stocky dude who also works at the farm. And he's kind of known to be the guy that you want to bring along if you are diminutive, if you get picked on a lot, because Brick will crack some skulls. He doesn't like bullies, and he takes advantage of the fact that he has that Gunsberg charm of just being a big dude. So yeah, he's a definite hick.
So, where are Brick and Levi? Have they already gotten their pizza? Where are they in this establishment?
I like to imagine we've already eaten our pizza and are fighting over who gets to play Street Fighter next.
I dig that. I probably would let you just because I'm kind of trying to survey the area, trying to watch for the ruffians that I expect to come in.
Fair.
I'm a good older brother.
Okay, yeah. There are no ruffians as of yet, but there is a group of sort of popular-ish people. You don't know all of their names, but they're mostly some feminine people. There are a couple of guys, and they've got the green and white sort of jackets on from the Riverview High School. They are off in the section with the booths, making a lot of noise and, giggling and teeheeing and being high school kids in the 80s, but they haven't looked at you or bothered you yet. And so that is all of our characters introduced. Now, the way that most Tales from the Loop games are played is in scenes, and you kind of explain what's going on like it's like you're watching a movie. So we'll be doing a little bit of shifting the scene to X character, shifting the scene to X character, and that sort of thing. So right now, this is our scene. All of these characters are in their various places in Sunny's Pizza. It's almost 7 o'clock. It's pretty loud. There is, the beeping coming from the Street Fighter machine. There are 2 little 10-year-olds in front of that machine right now. And you, brothers, just can't make your way over there just yet. But you're waiting kind of patiently-ish. We'll get to that. And there's, some generic music coming from the overhead. It's not anything like really well known. It's just some generic 80s music happening. And so we will go back to the character whose name I already forgot. I'm sorry. We're going to go back to Gerald. And Gerald is there with his mom, about to order. What do you want, honey?
Pepperoni and black olive.
All right. What did your sister say she wanted? I forgot already.
Pineapple and corn.
That makes sense. All right.
It does?
And she will walk over to the cash register where there is a very bored-looking, red-headed girl chewing bubblegum and has her elbow, on the counter. Yeah, what do you want? And then the mother makes the order. You see your friend who is at the fry machine, kind of gives you a wave. And what do you do?
Oh, Mom, can I have a Moxie?
Not today, darling. It's so much sugar. And you're already getting so much sugar with that pineapple.
I hate pineapple on pizza.
But you just said you wanted it.
No, I said she wanted it. I want pepperoni and black olive.
Oh, that's right. And then she'll turn back to the very bored, red-headed girl and fix the order. And then she will go and sort of lean up against a wall and pick up a magazine and start flipping through it while she waits for the pizza to get made.
So Gerald's going to kind of go by the Street Fighter machine and just kind of tuck himself next to the wall, like in the corner that is formed by the cabinet and the wall, and just pull out a book and just kind of try to retreat as far into that corner as he can, just to be able to read and not be bothered
Okay.
by other people.
It's a pretty loud little corner. There are two little 10-year-old-ish boys really going to town on this Street Fighter machine. And they are, swearing at each other, and the adults all just kind of look very alarmed. Those video games are really cancerous. The scene is going to shift over to Julia. Now, your friend Charlotte is at the cash register, and she's going to look back over to you because the line has died down. I mean, are you really sure you really want to work here?
Well, I mean, we do need time for band practice, and I do need money for that guitar. I need to learn how to play it first, but we got to get going on something. And I already applied to the record shop, and they didn't take me.
That is bogus. I mean, yeah, I'll get you an application and I'll let you talk to the boss, but your hair is going to smell like grease at the end of the day. I hope you know that.
Well, as long as I don't have to work for some Betty, I'm okay.
Yeah. Oh, there's somebody else. I gotta go take their order. And she'll scooch back over and talk to somebody else. Do you do anything?
I guess I would just kind of unfold from the booth a little bit and start to look around, see if I know anybody else in the room at all, if anybody from school.
You see the two guys in plaid that you know are brothers, but you might not know their names. Do you know their names?
I think she would maybe only know one of their names. Probably.
Yeah, that one guy's name is Brick, and that sounds pretty cool. He could be in a band, maybe, if he dressed a little better.
Some leather to go with the plaid, maybe.
Yeah, that could be a style someday.
Yeah.
You're real fashion forward. Yeah, but they're just standing, the two brothers are just standing looking at this video game thing. It's got a lot of flashing colors and, whatever.
So I guess she would then just maybe flip out a little notebook and start penning about 50 different band names that she could possibly use one day.
Cool. All right, so Amelia.
Hi.
What's Amelia doing right now?
So Amelia took out her red pen and she's scribbling all over Steven's math homework and writing, where the step that he went wrong. And she kind of looks up and she notices Gerald in the corner and she kind of just gives a little wave and you want to come over? Because another kid who likes books. That's cool.
I would like Gerald to make our first roll. I would like you to roll comprehend to see if you notice this, because you already started reading.
Okay. So comprehend.
So you should just be able to click on the word comprehend. Or roll. Alright, yeah, so you got 0 successes. And since it was our first roll, I'll explain how the roll went. Gerald has a 4 stat in his mind, so any mind skill he gets to roll 4 d6s. In addition, he's also got 3 dice in comprehend itself. So out of rolling 7 d6s, not a single one was a 6. So he's just reading his book.
She kind of puts her head down and she kind of looks back over to where Steven is, and she's like, it holds up the paper. You need to fix all this. It's all wrong. Were you asleep during class again?
Now, is Steven getting tutored because Steven is lazy, or is Steven getting tutored because his mom is like a helicopter parent, or what is the situation with this tutoring?
I think it's a little bit of both. Part of the reason why she's a weirdo is she goes to the high school for math because she's super good at it, and so why not get the smart kid to tutor your lazy son who's not doing anything?
All right, then Steven will walk over from where he was rolling dough and look at the page. He's got flour all over his hand. He's gonna pick it up, and he just gets flour all over the paper. Yo, that's great. So like, so you can fix all that, right?
Yeah, but you're supposed to. Yeah, I guess.
Sweet, cool. Yeah. So like, I forgot to tell you that I know we're supposed to talk after my shift is over, but I've got some friends that are gonna come pick me up, and we're gonna go mud running after this. So yeah. So if you could just finish that by about 7:30, that'd be real sweet.
I guess.
Cool, kid. Thanks. And he's gonna go back over and knead some dough.
It's Leia.
He
Okay.
does not hear you.
She goes back, puts her head down, just.
All right, so the scene will shift over to the brothers. And at this point, the kids, they got into a fight. One of them said the other one was cheating, and then the other one started pinching his arm to get him to not be able to hit the right buttons, and then their mother apparently came over and dragged them both away. The machine is yours.
How many quarters you got, brother? Because I might have been digging into my stash.
Dad gave me 6.
That's not enough.
The fuck?
Well, it's not. Okay, here's what we'll do. You cause a distraction. I can probably hit this machine, get some quarters out of it. It'll be fine. Just don't let anyone look over here.
This place is packed.
You're large. It's fine.
Okay.
Alright.
Are you gonna smack the machine?
He's gonna try and like jimmy it a little bit, see if he can get some quarters out of it.
Okay. So I'm gonna need 3 different rolls here. I want you to do whichever you think is more appropriate here. Your tinker or your force. If you think you're going to be more techie or more smacking at it.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Sorry.
He's gonna take out his little multi-tool he stole from his dad and try and jam it in there and see if he can get some quarters out. So I'll do tinker.
Perfect. Tinker, yes. Okay. I need Brick to do a sneak to see if he's able to get himself in the right position to block view from like one of the adults that is pretty nearby to you.
Done.
And then at the same time, I need Jules to roll and investigate to see if she notices something weird is going on at this machine, because she's right there. But also with the 0 successes from Levi, are you willing to blow a luck on this, or are you gonna just let it go?
Probably gonna let it go. Probably just
Okay.
gonna take the losses on that one.
You see that there is actually a lot more complicated technology in the machinery of this than you expected. You have been playing with, some of the tech stuff that, has turned up with some of the, discarded construction and stuff, and that's all very complicated, and you just expected that this machine was going to be nonsense, but there's actually a little bit of complicated stuff in here, so you are not able to get any quarters out. But Julia doesn't notice that anything weird is happening, and Brick successfully shields your failed attempt from being noticed by any adults.
Brick runs his fingers through Levi's hair. You tried. That's all that matters.
It was probably just out of quarters. I think it's just plumb empty. I think we're out of luck.
Oh, really? All right.
That's great. I'm not even going to make you roll for that. That's great. So at this point, there has been a little bit of, people coming in, going out with pizzas and things. The rowdy group of teenagers in the corner, one of them comes out and goes over to the little stand where there are like chips and things. And she is kind of giggling and looking back at the group, and anybody that wants to can roll a investigate check to see what they see right now. It makes a lot of sense that Gerald notices this, because this girl is Jillian. And Jillian is trying to surreptitiously steal some chips. Oh. And she'll shove them back on the rack. Hi.
Hi.
And then she's looking awkwardly back at her friends. What do you want? What?
Just you might get in trouble if you do that.
If I do what?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yep, window shopping's free, I guess.
Look, don't rag me out. I'm trying to make them think I'm cool, okay?
I can give you some of my allowance to buy the bag if you need.
Why don't you just like drop something and then I can grab the bag? She smiles at you, grabs a bag of like smart food popcorn, and runs back to her friends.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
That's a real good point. Amelia, do you want to roll an investigate to see if you notice what just happened?
Sure, I can do that. I noticed nothing.
All right, well, you noticed that he coughed, and you took this as your opening to talk to him because he didn't notice that you talked before, and maybe he didn't, or maybe he was ignoring you, or
Hi. Yeah, what you reading?
Hi. It's The Two Towers. I think it's kind of underrated as far as the entire series is concerned, but there's a lot of good battle sequences, and there's ends.
Oh, that's cool. I have you read the Dragon Riders of Pern? Those are pretty fun too.
No, I haven't, but I'll be sure to check that out next time if it's something that you recommend.
Yeah, it's here. Come. So she has a spiral notebook. She flips it to a blank page and writes down "Dragon Riders of Pern" by Anne. Oh gosh, I can't remember her last name now.
McCaffrey.
Thank you, McCaffrey, and just kind of holds it out towards Gerald. Here, so you don't forget.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm Leah.
Gerald.
Cool. Nice to meet you. She kind of thrusts her hand towards your face by accident. She's trying not to be awkward, but do you want to sit here? It's a little bit quieter than over there.
The noise is kind of distracting. It actually helps me focus. It's I can't hear the other people typically when I'm sitting in somewhere loud. I like sitting next to the jukebox too.
Oh, that's cool.
Gerald, the pizza's done. We've got to go.
Oh, okay. Leah, it was nice meeting you.
Oh, hey, wait, ma'am. And you see Geo come out and touch your mom on the shoulder, and they exchange some words. Your mom looks concerned, hands you the pizza, and runs out.
Mom?
Don't worry, little buddy. She'll be back in a minute. Here's your Moxie. Drink it quick.
He'll hand the pizza boxes, hand the pizza boxes back to Geo for a minute and like go over to the counter. There's like the bottle opener attached to the wall. And get that good medicinal Moxie soda flavor.
I told her that your car was gonna get towed. It was in a no parking zone.
Oh gosh, is it?
No, it's not. No.
Oh,
You're good.
that's
And then all of you hear an older person from the back holler out, "Geo, get back here!" Oh. Turn that TV onto that announcement. Yes, Dad. And then, so Sonny's Pizza has a bunch of TVs up in the corners. They're like up, on like those things that kind of hold them up and jut them out from the wall. Because, the big tube TVs. And so Geo starts going around and flipping the TV on and turns the music off that's been playing on the overhead. And on the TV, you see the regular Channel 6 news pop up, and they look to be like doing some sort of special announcement or something. But let's see. So what are you all doing at this point? We'll go back to the brothers for a second.
Trying to beat Levi at Street Fighter, I guess.
Yep, doing our best to beat the crap out of each other virtually.
All right, let's see. Why don't, just for the fun of it, each of you roll move checks, and whoever, if any of you succeed, wins the first round. All right.
Unsuccessful.
Brick won. Brick's just faster with the buttons. So this Street Fighter machine, it's just got, the joystick and then 2 buttons for the 2 players. So that's what we're looking at here.
You got small hands.
You know what? You got a full year on me, so I think you can cut me a little slack.
Full year, nearly a foot.
Yeah, that can change. I'm gonna be bigger than you, and I'll squash you like. Well, no, I'll probably not, but I can get better at Street Fighter though.
Get at it.
Let's see. Julia. What are you doing at this point?
At this point, she has about 30 or so really bad band names, like Brick, Lightning, nothing really flowing at all.
Brick
So she's
Lightning.
just she's looking around for inspiration in the room, probably looking up at the TVs, trying to see if there's any words crossing the screen that go well.
Charlotte comes back over and leans on your table. I can't believe they turned the music off for the news.
Well, it wasn't like it was that good anyways.
I mean, would you even look at this weirdo on the screen? Who dresses like that?
I mean, the hair, totally wrong.
Yeah, and at this point, anybody who looks up at the multiple screens in this place sees there is a podium up on the screen it's a blue podium, and it has like this orange symbol sort of in the middle of it. And there's a woman in like a really, really boring business suit, just yammering on about progress and nonsense that doesn't make any sense. And she's really just talking with her hands a lot. And she's got the big 80s hair.
So, like, I've been trying to work on band names. What are you thinking?
Well, like, I had this dream the other night that, like, we were in a magical car, like the really cool ones that you get in Chicago or Boulder, like the flying ones. And it was kind of like that show, like Knight Rider, but like way better. And then I was thinking, like, what if we named our band Night Riders? Because like nighttime's really cool. But then, like, neither of us can drive yet, so that might not actually make all that much sense.
Well, I mean, we can't like get anybody to drive us, but we should be able to drive in like a couple of years, and by then we'll have like guitars and stuff.
Maybe by then these weirdos will give us the flying cars that we, all deserve. They're always talking about how, like, the future is now, so, like, why can't we get the flying cars?
Maybe by then they'll make like flying tour buses too, so we can get like all of our equipment in the back.
Yeah,
and
and it'll
like
have all these
parties.
glowing lights on it. Yeah,
It'd
and
be like
it'll
outrageous.
yeah, we'll look like UFOs, but like legit and like with cool music.
Totally diesel.
Yeah, wicked. And then another person comes in to order a pizza, and she has to scurry off. There is a man behind the counter that is staring daggers at you at this point. Like, every time she comes to talk to you, he's just like looking at her like, really?
I wink at him.
He looks deeply, deeply uncomfortable, and then does not meet your gaze at all again. Just walks away. Amelia.
Hi.
You were rudely interrupted by Gerald's mom.
Oh, yeah. So she kind of gets a little angry at that, but she's like, no, count to 10. Count to 1, 2. Okay. But, yeah, Dragon Riders of Pern. It's a cool one. I think you would like it, There's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And you're just like trying to finish your moxie really, really quick.
It sounds interesting. Dragons are cool.
Yeah, but it's like it's cool because like they make dragons with like the science instead of it's just their magic. It's really, really cool.
What, there's like dragon husbandry, like they go. What?
I I know it's just really cool. It's like awesome, and there's like evil plants, which I agree with because like the plants are gross.
Oh, so only some plants are evil.
So at this point, like a big gym bag kind of plunks itself down on the counter in front of you, and you look up, and it's Steven. Hey, kid.
It's Leah.
Sure.
Do you mind? We're just talking.
Yeah, my friends are here. So
She just shoves the papers into his chest. Here, next time you have to do it.
Whatever. Sweet. Thanks. And he'll take it and pick up his bag, which spilled your drink onto the floor, and he just walks away.
You jerk!
Oh, here's a couple napkins.
He turns and looks back like,
you knocked my drink over.
what? You're getting paid for this?
She's gonna run over and kick his leg.
Okay, I was not expecting combat yet. Ish. Why don't you roll force? Oh dear.
A 1, a 4, and a 5.
All right. So yeah, you kick him, but you realize that he's wearing really, really honkin' big boots, and it actually kind of stubs your toe. He just looks down. Like, I didn't realize you thought so strongly about that. I'm wicked sorry.
Thank you. It's just we got it all over my books. Now I have to get new ones.
All right. Hold on. I'll pay for your drink. Cool. I'll go talk to my boss. So, I didn't mean to.
I forgive you.
Cool. And he's gonna go over and he starts talking to the guy that is no longer making eyes at Jules. No, not even making eyes, but eye contact.
She kind of tries to walk it off, but does that like walk hobble for a few seconds? Because yeah.
Yeah, you look over and he's talking to the guy, and he's like looks like he's explaining something, but the guy is just staring at the television at this point. Does anybody, or do you, what do you do?
She kind of walks back over to Gerald. Sorry, my temper sometimes.
No, it was actually kind of awesome.
Really?
It's like, oh, you just like went after a guy who's like 10 times as big as you. That was pretty brave.
Thanks. Yeah.
I cleaned up some of your books with the napkins they had on the counter. I couldn't get everything, but
thank you. That was nice. Thanks. Maybe this place isn't so bad.
Oh, Sonny's is the best.
Okay, with that, I need everyone to roll me an investigate.
What do you mean I didn't succeed with my one die?
All right, so Brick, Gerald, Leah, and how'd you do, Jules?
Success.
Okay. Everyone but Levi, who's, looking at the Street Fighter machine because it's kind of neat piece of tech, notices that every adult in the room is now just staring at the television. including Gerald's mother, who's come back in and is just staring at the television. On the TV screen, for everyone but Levi, the big hair 80s woman has kind of gone off to the side of the screen, and there is what really can only be described as like some Bill Nye the Science Guy looking dude is now up at the podium, and he has this like box. It's green, and it's got sort of like an antenna on it, and it's kind of like slightly glowing, but it's hard to really see because these TVs aren't HD. It just kind of looks like a little fuzzy around the edges. And there is going across the bottom of the TV screen this like, one of those little like marquee rolly things that says Rick Synergy to test the New England loop. And yeah, so the science guy is going on about how they aren't ready to open the New England loop yet, but it's going to bring so much progress to this region, which has been so technologically backwards for so long. And they are testing this one aspect of the loop, which is going to enable the farming equipment to start utilizing the magnetrine. So, and then one more time, I need everyone to roll me an investigate. Oh. Actually, because I had you guys roll that first, who can you just raise your hand if you succeeded, because they're all the old ones. Okay. So Brick is now staring at the television. But everyone else notices that in the corner of the other side of Sunny's Pizza that's separated by the wall that has all the booths, the popular kids, they broke, like there's like these glass bottles of Coke, and one of them had dropped one, and it broke, and the girl screamed. And in that moment, all of you turn and look at them, but Brick is staring at the television. And then all of a sudden, when the science guy pushes that button, and only Brick sees this, the power goes out.
What happened? Where did the lights go?
So, do any of you scream?
That's a weird coincidence.
Gasp, but not scream.
Okay. So, all you hear in that moment is the tinkling of the glass in the other corner and a gasp. There is nothing else to hear. It's just complete silence.
What time of day is it? Is it like nighttime?
It is. It's April, so it's. There's still a little bit of light, but it's dim. And in that moment where you went from like the overhead kind of fluorescent-y lights to your eyes adjusting to the fact that there's no longer any fluorescent light, it does take you all just a moment to kind of readjust to this light. But I'll let you guys all respond to this, and then I'll say some more.
You think it's a coincidence, brother?
Yeah, the guy was talking about loops and machinations or something. And then
Yeah, with like the magneton and stuff.
I don't know what that means.
You all can hear the brothers talking because it is that quiet in here.
So, like, the adults haven't moved, aren't doing anything. They're just silent.
As all of your eyes start to adjust to the new light situation, where is everyone? Wait, no, there's somebody. You see some people.
You think
Julia.
they? Oh, go ahead.
I said Julia would probably get up and start like trying to feel her way towards wherever Charlotte was last.
You don't see anyone there. Your eyes are all starting to adjust now. You see two people over by the Street Fighter machine. You see two people by the counter, and then one person who just stood up and started walking.
Does anyone know what's going on?
Guy on the television pressed the button.
Like one of the scientists from the loop?
The dude in the coat.
Everyone just get spooked. Everyone just run out. I'm not.
Where is everybody? It's like so dark in here.
Sometimes I blink, and I just keep my eyes closed sometimes for a little bit, so I might have fallen asleep.
No, I would have woken you, brother. I think this is something else.
Good.
As your eyes completely adjust, you see the only light that is really coming from anywhere is the coal fire oven. There's still burning coals in there, but there's no power coming from anything, so there's no digital lights or anything at all. And then there's just a little bit of like fading sunset coming in from outside. And you five are the only people in Sunny's Pizza.
Do we go outside and check to see if they're there?
Are you full?
Huh?
There's probably food to be had. I don't know.
He's got a good point. We got the run of the place right now.
Pizza might be burnt.
I've got pizza on
Actually.
the counter.
Nice.
We'll go check 1 second, and he's gonna go over to the Street Fire machine again and just start violently shaking it. I don't think anything comes out, but he's just like, now is his time.
You can roll your tinker check again.
He's a professional.
It's one success.
Okay. What you do is you go to try to mess with that little front panel where you put the quarters, and you actually pop off the panel, and you now have full access to where the quarters are.
We've hit the mother lode. He's just gonna start shoveling them into pockets.
Okay. You don't know how much money you just got, but this is a very popular machine. It is the only Street Fighter cabinet in Waterfield. You're sure that you probably have at least $20. Your pants feel kind of heavy.
Is everyone okay?
You also hear, when you are messing with the machine, you hear just a beep. Just one single beep.
No, I'm not okay. Like the music's gone and now the TV's gone and like what are we supposed to do?
We could check and see if it was a power surge.
You missing for you?
Power Surge, that's like a great band name.
Sure.
Let's go outside and see if that's where everybody went. And she's gonna walk outside.
Don't go alone. Buddy system.
The breaker's probably out back anyways.
How do you try to go outside? Just with a little bit more specifics. The door is it's a glass door with these 3 kind of wooden slats on the front, which is how you push to get out.
She's gonna walk up to the door and try and push to get out.
A door doesn't push.
Uh,
It's stuck?
I think so. I'm trying, but I can't get it to move.
Tries to put his weight onto it and kick forward against the door.
Can you roll a force check?
Two successes.
You kick with the most might that you can muster, and this door doesn't budge, but it doesn't make any sense. You feel this. You don't really have the words to describe how this feels, but the door feels soft.
Shokin kick. Oh no. That's weird.
What happened?
The door's like kicking a pile of hay.
Now, you never let a door get in your way before, brother.
I'm a little emasculated right now, I'll admit.
Do not know what that means.
It means to feel less manly than you should.
Understandable.
I'm a bit baffled.
Well, is this some sort of some sort of prank? Some joke?
I don't think my mom would play this kind of prank.
Could be those popular kids. They're always causing trouble for like all of the rest of us.
Better not.
I don't think they like me because I made the curve go against them in math.
You're the one that did that?
Sorry.
With the curve.
When I look outside, are the city lights on? Are the neighborhood lights on at all? Does it look like it's just?
So you just like stick your head like at the window and look
Mhm.
outside. You see no movement. You don't see any lights. You also see fewer cars on the road than you think makes sense. There's a big, like, kind of retro-looking truck parked in front of the shop. And then just, like, a few other sort of vehicles peppered down the side of the street, but you don't see any other light.
Must have been a big power surge. It looks like lights are out in the rest of the neighborhood.
Oh.
Maybe we can get to the roof somehow.
Like, I know, like, with amps and stuff, sometimes you just gotta, like, reset them, plug them back in. Where would we do that?
The power breaker for the building, but if the city, if the city's down, like if the neighborhood's down, then it probably wouldn't work. But it's worth a shot.
Can Leah try to find like a back door and see if like maybe pushing on that would work instead?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to go behind the counter and then start going towards the back?
Yeah, she would do that.
Does anyone else go with her?
Buddy system. He stays with Levi though.
Yeah, so let's scene shift for a second. So you see those two go behind the counter and start heading back. And Levi, are you still in front of the Street Fighter machine?
Yeah, at this point he's probably wandered back there.
It beeps again.
He's gonna get closer, see if he can figure out where the source of the beep is.
Roll me an investigate.
I am not a smart child. That is not a success.
So you just get like closer up to the machine and you wait. You wait. Beep.
There's some sort of beeping over here. If anyone wants to, I can't find it, but it's beeping.
Julia will go over and take a look.
All right. So you're just looking at the machine.
Yeah, she's pretty bored at this point, so she's like, well, where'd you hear it coming from?
In like this general direction.
And she kind of goes down, like starts listening on the side, seeing if it's plugged in. If it's got like any sort of other wiring or anything that could be keeping it alive.
It is definitely plugged in. And if you are kind of just looking all over it, can you roll me an investigation?
No successes.
No successes. Okay. That's fine. So you're just looking around the thing, and you do hear it beep one more time in the span that it takes you to look around the whole thing, and it's just coming out of the regular side speakers.
Maybe it needs a quarter.
Well, why don't you put one of yours in? Didn't you just empty this machine out?
No one saw that. I was gonna go ahead and put a quarter in.
All right, and then we're gonna shift back to the two that went back to go look for a back door, and that was Amelia and Brick, right? Or Amelia and Gerald? Sorry, yes. So you go back behind the counter and you pass a bunch of racks where there's like, dough balls and things for the pizzas before they put them in the oven. And you see a window open, and it's got one of those fans in it because it's already starting to get pretty hot. And they do have an oven, so there's one of those little like tick 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 fans, but it's shut off obviously to blow air in, and the window's open, and then you see a back door, and it has one of those like alarm will sound bars on it.
She's just gonna gently try and push on the door just to see if what happened before it happens with the like front door, if it's like it just stops or nothing can move past it, sort of a deal.
Yeah, this one's different than the other door, because the other door just has like the panel and then the 3 wooden slats. This one has the emergency thing where you push in the piece of metal, and the piece of metal would theoretically click, and then the door would open, and you can't, like, it's usually a very easy push, and you just can't get it to move.
This one's stuck too.
No, that can't be right. I mean, I believe you, but that can't be right. Why would both doors be not able to be opened?
I don't know why. The window's open. We can take a look out there.
Sure.
So she's gonna peek over and stick her head out the window, kind of do one of those little like hello.
Yeah, you can stick your head out the window. It's totally open. It's a kind of a small window, like about probably 2 by 3. And then you just look out. The back of Sunny's Pizza looks out at a thin strip of pavement, and then you see the river, the Kennebec River, goes behind it. It's the back of all of these brick buildings on Main Street. They all just look out to this one access road and then the river.
So is there nothing going on down by the river, or nobody moving around out there?
You don't see anything. You don't see any lights. No movement. The river's moving, but yeah, it's a river.
So she's gonna pop back in, look at Gerald, and be like, "There's nothing out there. Nobody."
That's just weird. But, I mean, at least we found a way out of the building. We should go talk to the others.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Follows Gerald to go back.
On
Yeah,
the
when
way back.
you get back into the main room, they're all just staring at the Street Fighter machine.
We found a window.
Was it open?
Yeah.
Well, we found a beeping thing. I don't know
Yeah.
what's more important, a window or a beeping thing.
I think the thing that has power that in the middle of some place that doesn't have power. Let me take a look.
Might just be
Gerald,
AA powered.
or some other kind of battery.
So are you taking a look at the machine?
Yeah.
Okay, roll tinker.
Tinker. How about would calculate?
Yeah,
Also be
calculate
appropriate?
also works for this too. Yeah.
Not quite.
Okay. You start playing with it. You've probably never looked at the inside of a video cabinet before, but there are, a lot of wires and things that go to like the part where there probably would be quarters, but there's nothing in there right now. And then it goes to this like plate with a bunch of chippy things, and this is where Brit's real good at tech. And it just goes back to some more wires that look like they lead up to the screen, and some other sort of internals. But nothing you play with does anything. You do hear the beep again coming out of the speakers.
Is there any like light flashing inside the cabinet when the beep goes off?
Roll either an investigate or a comprehend, whichever strikes your fancy.
I will do a comprehend.
Oh,
Much better.
okay. The second time you hear it beep is actually when you've kind of got your head like looking up to see where the wires connect with the back of the screen, and you see the faintest little orange blip when the beep happens, kind of behind the screen. And then you stand up and you look at the screen and you wait. And you wait. And then it beeps again. And in that moment that it beeps, you see just one little tiny chunk of a pixel blink orange.
Who's gonna move the joystick?
Okay. You move the joystick, and nothing initially happens, but the screen flickers.
Hey, you two, you were playing the machine. You should take over. It's doing something.
It certainly does seem to be doing something.
It's beeping.
It's beeping.
Yeah, it's the screen's flickering. There's like a little orange flash and it flickers, and I'm not sure.
Brother, you want to give it some percussive maintenance?
Yep, assume the position. And he goes over and he kicks.
Okay. Can you roll me a force? Are you assisting him, Levi, with his?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and assist. I think by like almost giving him a little push from behind, as if it's a maneuver they did before to get like a super kick.
Yeah, like he kicked it once and it wasn't quite in the right spot, and you're just like, no, right there, and then you can roll again. Okay. When you kick it, the screen flashes on, and all pixels are orange. And then it turns back off again to black, and then words appear on the screen. You see the words, emergency broadcast version 37B, ... Can you read? Question mark. Emergency broadcast version 37B, ... Can you read? Question mark.
Not well, he says out loud to the screen.
Screen does not respond to you.
Shucks.
Are any of you really good at reading? This seems like your thing.
Me or Leah?
How about you do it and I'll write down the questions it asks. She
That's
runs
good.
back
That's
over to the
good.
table and grabs her slightly soggy notebook and her red pen, and then runs back over.
Oh, hi, Leon Brick.
Hi, Leah, Newtown.
Not from around here. All right, cool.
I'm Jules, not like any of you asked or cared, but
You're staring at me. I really appreciate that.
Hi, Jules. Nice to meet you.
I'm Brick.
In
Hey.
the time it takes you to get that notebook, it beeps again, but this time the beep is much louder. And you see, so far it says emergency broadcast and then emergency broadcast, and then at the beep another emergency broadcast comes onto the thing. So now it has 3 lines of emergency broadcast version 37B. Can you read?
And press one of the 2 buttons.
Which button do you push? One says A and one says B.
A.
The letter A flashes on the screen.
Put 2 more B's in A.
BBA.
Nice.
So now it reads emergency broadcast version 37B. Can you read ABBA? Nothing changes though, it just sits there. And it beeps again. And underneath ABBA, emergency broadcast version 37B, can you read? Question mark.
Maybe we'll try with. Okay. Okay. Pressing A. Wait, maybe this is like one of those like enter your name type things.
Oh wait, I know this one. I can do this one. It goes up. It goes up, down, left, right, BA. That always works every time.
And then Brick kicks it as the start.
So in doing that, what ends up happening is underneath emergency broadcast, now it says BA. And then the screen flickers when you kicked it. But then it comes back on. And all of that is all still there. But it still just says BA.
Conundrum.
Okay,
Beep. And then emergency broadcast version 37B, can you read? Pops back up under the BA.
Well, A worked, so maybe try pressing A twice. See if the letters change, or if I just get 2 A's.
You just get 2 A's.
Maybe put B 3 times and then 7 times.
What? Why? Okay.
What did that do?
Do you
Jules?
do that?
Jules?
She reaches out to like touch the screen to see if it's got that buzzy feeling like the old tube TVs did when there's power.
It doesn't really. But your hair on your arm does kind of stand up.
No, shoot, you'll get sucked in. I saw that movie. My parents were asleep.
It's like not gonna bite me or anything. Try putting a quarter in. Did we do that already?
I think we tried that already, but I can try that again. He'll take the same quarter he put in the bomb last time and just put it in through again.
Yeah, when you put the quarter in, you see on the set of chips that are sort of like exposed now because the panel's gone. You see a green kind of light display on the little panel, and then the screen just totally wipes away back to blank orange, and then back to black.
Well, we found the reset button.
I'll wait for the beep.
Beep. Emergency broadcast version 37B. Can you read? ?
Maybe just try a B because it's version B.
Sure, yeah.
Levi, can you roll me a comprehend?
I'm the wrong person to do this. Oh, never mind. That is a success.
You've been playing with a little bit of tech, kind of not behind your brother's back, but you don't brag, but you're getting pretty good at it. And it kind of clicks into your head that you don't have an enter key.
You know, it clicked in my head. We don't have an enter key, so got to figure out how to jury rig that, or if maybe there's a secondary way to activate that.
Isn't there a player 1 and player 2 button?
Yes.
Maybe that will work.
When in doubt, press a button.
Do you still have the AA on the screen? That was the last thing you guys typed, correct? I should have been writing this down.
We'd probably want to let it like reset before we pressed it, right? Just press the letter B to test that out.
So he'll throw another quarter through and try and reset it again.
Yeah, okay. It resets, flashes orange, goes back to black. You have to wait. It beeps. Emergency broadcast version 37B. Can you read ?
B and then player 1.
When you do that, the screen flashes orange again. And then flashes back to black. This is an official channel, is what you see on the screen. Do not play jokes.
Shucks.
Now do we send Abba?
Part of me kind of wants to.
It's not a joke. Abba's legit.
I like Madonna better.
God, your taste in music is like so lame.
What music do you like, Jules?
When we get out of here, I'm gonna make you guys listen to some Cheap Trick. That'll set you guys straight. They're like totally outrageous.
Well, in the meantime, let's. How do we respond? I'm guessing they were expecting something else.
Is there like a way to take the cash register and hook it up to the machine here?
I could potentially jury rig something.
Is the cash register like one of the old mechanical ones, or is it like one of the really old electronic ones?
Do you go over and look at it? You go over and you look at the cash register, and it actually is pretty new looking. It's got a little blue logo on the corner, and it does have a little keyboard on it.
Well, at least there's an enter button on this.
There's a little sticker on the bottom that says powered by Magnetrine. Like, you know, those people that don't take the stickers off of their technology. Do you let anybody know?
Yeah, I guess I'd share that. Sorry. This is like the loop people's stuff over here.
Might be worth trying to interface.
Sure.
And he'll just yank the cash register and try and bring it closer to the cabinet so he can wire something up. And he's going to go ahead and take out his dad's multi-tool that he stole in order to...
Yeah, the cash register is actually pretty heavy. You can pick it up, but you're having a hard time, and you're kind of worried that you're going to drop it.
He looks to his brother, but does not say a word.
Okay. You're going to, by the power of stubborn, get that thing over there. Did you unplug it?
Yeah, I would have unplugged it first.
I'll give you that. Yeah, you are sweating, but you get it over to the Street Fighter machine.
Did you want a hand?
Nope. Good old Gunsberg steel right there.
All right. So you are going to start messing with trying to connect this keyboard to the Street Fighter machine. I would like you to roll. I want you to roll a Tinker and a Program. Just want to see what happens.
It's one success on the Tinker.
All right.
And then would Program be Calculate?
It's above.
Or is it
above?
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yep. And 2 successes on the Program.
It takes you a little bit of time, but you find that actually there are enough wires and things on the keyboard after you have to, you know, pretty meticulously kind of wire splice it off, and then you get it back together. The only thing that's really missing is that you a way to kind of solder it on, and you just don't think the connection is going to be strong enough without that.
Well, it's got the right thingies and doohickeys and whatnot, but I don't have the right tools.
Do you need a lighter or something?
I could try.
There's also the oven.
Real life Joe has no idea how soldering actually works, so I don't know if that sounds ridiculous or not.
No, the oven sounds like it's a coal-fired oven. There's a lot of still really like hot coals in there. You could probably get a fork and, you know, stick it in there.
All
and
right.
then solder. And you rolled high enough on that you absolutely get this keyboard attached to the Street Fighter machine. And everyone is very, very impressed with your skill. And at the moment that you hear one more beep And then you see the emergency message flashback screen. Everyone sees a series of floating lights just pass by the front of the window of these people. And Logan, could we take a break? It's a 5-minute one.
Scatter.
All right, and we are back. We are going to just talk about some of the sponsors and stuff one more time, and then we're going to get back into the mystery.
All right. Nerdsmith is proudly sponsored by World Anvil, the most premium, most ultra awesome world building and campaign management software available online at this time or in the future ever. It is constantly being iterated on and developed. Demetrius and Janet are amazing. They're phenomenal people, and they've got a Discord server. So go over there, check them out, give them the love, tell them Nerdsmith sent you. They're phenomenal. The tools that they have at their disposal has helped Nerdsmith build a couple of campaigns, and we continue to build on those campaigns. And the new things that come out all the time are just make things better. The other sponsor that we have is Die Hard Dice, purveyors of gorgeous polyhedral sets of dice in singles and in sets, both metal and in acrylic, right? It's plastic. I don't know what type of plastic it is. Don't quote me on it. But they have custom metal designs that you will not find anywhere else, like the Mythica line, which is absolutely gorgeous. There's a Sinister Mythica Emerald set that's like this dark metal with this dark green. It's very Slytherin. It's phenomenal. You should go check it out at dieharddice.com. They are great people. Todd and the gang are super amazing. So we're happy to have them as part of the Nerdsmith family.
I feel really bad that I left mine downstairs, but I've got those like oil slick rainbowy metal ones that are wonderful.
I want those so bad.
And they roll so well that my DM got mad at me last week.
Just buy him a set and it'll be, or them a set and it'll be fine. Sorry, I assumed. Yeah,
that's okay.
Apologies.
All right, so quick recap. We are in the town of Waterfield, Maine, the site of the new, clearly totally functional loop from Rick's Energy. We have 5 teenagers stuck in a pizza shop and they can't open the doors for some reason. We've got 2 hicks, a weirdo, a rocker, and a bookworm, and they've just attached a keyboard to a Street Fighter machine so they can communicate with some nebulous warning device. And in their moment of victory over this technology, they saw some weird lights pass by on the street. And now we go back into our mystery.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Maybe we should close the window.
See no way to close the window. It's a big, the whole front is glass. Sonny's Pizza on the glass. And there's a glass door with the 3 wooden slats.
I was meaning the smaller window that we could climb out of. Well, it was open.
You can't see that window right now from where it's kind of around the corner, around the drink machine refrigerator.
Let's say that that crap hits the fan. We probably want our avenue of escape readily open.
Sure.
Because I'm getting some real spook vibes.
It's just, Helm's Deep never fell until they blew a hole in the wall, and then all the orcs came in.
The what now?
So...
It's Lord of the Rings. It's a good book. Books.
Right.
Lots of
Books.
fighting and swords and
Beep. Because now the beep's a lot louder. Emergency broadcast version 37B. Can you read?
Who wants to press the button?
One of the high schoolers.
Well, you've got the keyboard attached to it now, so type. You think it's gonna work?
Is it just like numbers and then an enter?
It's got numbers and then the regular like QWERTY keyboard.
Okay, cool. So Julia kind of just gives a long, exasperated sigh and leans over and writes yes and press enter.
I take the initiative.
The screen flashes orange, goes back to black. What is your location?
Now, what if this is someone we don't want to know our location?
Yeah. What's across the street? Can we see from is there like any kind of building across?
You know that directly across the street from Sunny's Pizza is the Mainly Main thrift shop, which is right next to C&W Aquarium Enterprise.
Put the main thrift shop, so then they go there instead, and then we can see if they're good people or not.
We can just
If you looked out the window at that moment to remember precisely what store, you see a series of like 3 floating lights go by, but faster than they went by before.
maybe we should just put like the town.
Oh,
That's good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, Waterfield.
Yep.
can you spell that?
It's our town.
She knows how to spell it out, but she like does it one finger punching at a time.
I before you, except after C.
Do you hit enter?
I hit enter.
The screen flashes orange, goes back to black. You wait a tick. We require a more precise location.
Ask him why.
And then you see, who is this? Question mark.
Give him the band name.
That's good.
That's like which one though?
I don't know. Like, what?
I type in Power Surge.
Sick.
It does the thing it does when you hit enter. Flashes orange, goes back to black. It's a really longer pause this time than before. We are aware there was a power surge. This channel is for emergencies. Please contact your local power provider. And then it flips back to orange, flips back to black. Our emergency broadcast version 37B. Can you read?
We need like some reason they want to talk to us.
It's
Maybe. Go ahead.
it's looking for people that know how to communicate with this system. It's being pretty dismissive of us otherwise.
Why don't you just let them know that, like, everyone disappeared? That seems pretty important.
But okay. But like, what do you want me to say?
Everyone's gone. We're alone. And we can't get out of the pizza place.
Say we're the 5 baddest kids Waterfield's ever seen.
We're pretty good, kid.
No, I mean like bad. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, like good bad.
Yeah, like good bad.
So she types out people missing at pizza place, need help, and then presses enter.
Orange, black. Pause. Please broadcast the following frequency for assistance. And then there is this long string of numbers and letters.
I don't even know what this means.
They face planted the keyboard.
Maybe they got tired.
I think it's actually code. If I know my codes, it's some sort of a code.
Can we look at it and see if we recognize any of it, like any jargon and all for anything?
It looks like it's probably a set of instructions for some machinery that you don't have or know how to interface with. And then, do you still require assistance? Flashes onto the screen.
Equipment malfunction. Cannot broadcast.
I type equipment malfunction, cannot broadcast, and put enter.
What is your operator number?
I'm 14.
Should we just put ABBA again?
Just why don't we just tell them we're not adults yet?
What if they stop listening to us, though, and think we're just messing around?
Well, then we find new friends.
You hear this sort of shattered glass sound coming from the street.
Levi immediately ducks behind a counter.
It's not in the pizza shop, it's from a little bit farther away. And once you realize that you're fine, you stand back up.
Nope, nothing interesting under here.
She was, Leah's gonna kind of run back to where the window is and peek out and see if she can't see what caused that.
You see what looks to be... It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. These clusters of 3 floating lights. And then these swirls of the absence of light. Darting in and out of one of the buildings further down, and there's broken glass around them. That's very strange. They're all swirling.
She's gonna sneak back. I think it's aliens. I saw it in a movie once, like the little saucers, and they go shh. I think everyone got abducted by alien. Yeah, like they went woo.
Whoa.
But
I don't know what to do with that.
No.
Tell them it's aliens.
You hear another loud beep. We have detected your location to be Main Street, Waterfield. Is this correct?
You guys think that the crash is connected with them knowing where we're at?
Well, I gotta think. How many places have arcade cabinets? It's the only Street Fighter, right?
You know that this is the only Street Fighter.
But maybe there's
Yeah.
other places with arcade cabinets.
You know, up in the Hightown area, where there's all the fast food, inside the Kmart, there is just a really old racing game. That's the only one you can think of.
Well, if they're aliens, then why are they using English? Wouldn't they speak like Mars speak?
Maybe
That's a good point.
maybe it's to make us calm so we taste better when they eat our brains.
Them smart Martians.
Good luck with that.
Smart Martians would make like a great band name.
There you go.
You're not wrong.
Couldn't you just call them Smartians?
I like you. What's your name?
Gerald.
Hi, Gerald. I'm Brick.
Hi, Brick.
You hear another glass sort of shattering noise at the same time as the machine beeps again. Do you still require assistance?
I think we could use some help right about now.
I think we're gonna, yeah. And she goes ahead and types yes and press enter.
Who is this?
Do you want me to say power surge again, guys?
No, say 5 kids.
5 young
No.
adults.
There you go.
So I guess she writes 5 young adults. She doesn't want to think of herself as a kid. And then presses enter.
It flashes to orange and it flashes back to black, and there is a very long pause. Longer than any of the other pauses that have happened so far. Long enough that you could probably almost imagine that somebody somewhere... Wait, they're kids.
I think we might have made a mistake.
Honesty's the best policy.
We can go out the window still.
The lights
Fancy.
are out there.
But they're out the other side. This is the escape route.
And then you see typing happen on the screen. Please explain your situation.
Julia gives a long, exasperated sigh and then rewrites, everyone's missing. Power surge.
You see a series of lights just zoom across the front of the pizza shop.
Should we tell them about the lights?
Yeah, I think that's worth
Mhm.
mentioning.
Okay, and so everyone's missing. Power surge.
Lights.
Floating lights.
Breaking things.
Martians.
You just go into this
As you-
whole diatribe. You realize as you get to everyone's missing, there are lights, and then you run out of space to keep going. It won't let you keep typing.
I guess I just press enter and send what I could.
There's a pretty long pause. Pretty long pause. Is this new line? Brick, new line. Levi, new line. Amelia, new line. Julia, new line. Gerald, new line.
We're famous.
That's just creepy.
I would say yes. If they know who we are, then there's no point in lying about it.
I look at the window. Is there a light just standing there looking at us?
You don't see any other lights right now.
I write out, it's Jules, actually.
Long pause. As there's this pause, 6 lights fling across down the street.
Should we, check our exit route to make sure there's nothing back there?
Might be good.
Yeah, he's gonna also look around, see if he can find even in the back room a piece of pipe or something to defend himself if needed.
There's actually a lot of equipment for stoking the oven. So the kind of oven pokey stuff. That looks like the most reasonable bunch of defend yourself equipment that there is in that vicinity.
I found a means of defense. Should we need it?
All I need is Smokey and the band.
What do they have to do with it?
You
That's
better
his-
be.
Yeah, his fists.
Your parents want to know if you are hurt.
Everyone's okay, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
physically.
I put, we're okay, and then I ask, where are they?
Do you have
There's a
room for
pause
where are we?
as
Where are
this
the
is
bunnies?
processing. And then you hear a loud thud, more glass, and a human, probably male, shout out outside. As then text starts streaming onto the screen. We are all at emergency headquarters. Where are you?
Did I like miss something? Is there like an emergency headquarters?
Not that you know of. You don't know what that would be.
Did we hear the man's voice coming from the back, or where do we hear that coming from?
The front.
Levi's gonna like duck down behind like the front doors just in case, with like the poker ready, like baseball bat style, just ready to swing at the knees.
You don't see anything right now. And you don't hear anything anymore.
At Square headquarters is, so we can go there.
Okay, she types out, where's headquarters? Question mark.
Da 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 da. More glass. We are at the emergency headquarters at Rick's Energy. Where are you?
Just tell him we're at Sonny's.
Honesty is the best policy.
Ask it. No. Ask it what my brother's name is.
Okay. What's your name again?
My name is Gerald.
Okay. She types out, what's Gerald's brother's name?
There's the pause. There's a pause. Very long pause. And at the moment that you see the words Xander Martin flash on the screen, you see outside. It's fairly dark now, but there is a series of 3 lights in a triangle highlighting the face of Xander Martin, who's now looking inside the pizza shop.
Who the hell is that?
Don't worry, I got him if he tries to come in. I'll whack him round the kneecaps.
Should we run?
That's my brother.
You okay,
Little
Gerald?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
He
Is his face
makes
doing
a motion like he wants to knock on the glass, but there's no sound. He just knocks on it but you don't hear anything. And then he does this, like,
I'll be right back.
Go. Somebody go with him.
so Xander Martin, the words are on the screens.
Well, they got that right, so maybe tell them we're at Sonny's.
Okay, she just types out, "We're at Sunny's."
We're gonna shift over to Gerald right now. What you doing? buddy?
He's gonna go over to the window and try to climb out as quietly as possible.
Well, he's at the front window, the glass that's all
Right.
all in, and the window that's open is at the back of the building.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, what his objective would be to go around and see if he can, like, if it's actually him, like in the flesh.
Okay, so he's like just like looking inside, like he's got the light next to him, like he can't quite tell if there's anyone in there inside the pizza shop. So he's just like looking.
Sorry, dog's barking. Yeah, I think that's still what he would try to do. If not go outside, then at least like try to like Xander.
Sure, you can go to the back of the back of the shop and just launch yourself out the back window if you'd like to. Does anyone go with him?
Like he'd want to make sure that there's like a way to get back into the building, of course. He doesn't want to just climb out and not be
I
able
mean,
to
as
climb
far
back
as
in.
you can tell, there's just this window, and nobody's been able to open any doors. But the window's open. It's propped open with kind of a stick, not like a 2x4 that's been kind of crappily sawed off, jammed in there.
If you go out, I'll stay here, and if I can pull you back in.
Okay. Help me out.
It's not that far off the ground either. So
Yeah. My brother's been missing for a long time. This is weird, but if it's him,
Oh, maybe he could come home with us.
maybe. Yeet.
Before she gives him like a quick hug, like "good luck," and kind of pulls back and red face.
Thanks.
okay. Launches himself out window. You know that all of these brick buildings are attached, so you've got to kind of go around more buildings to get back to the front of Sunny's Pizza.
Right.
And we're gonna loop back to everyone that's staring at the screen. And the guy that is lit up by the three lights, it looks like he noticed that there was motion, and he bangs on the window again, but there's no sound. And the lights are kind of like floating.
I'm starting to think something weird's happening.
Like it's a television.
Do you respond to the machine?
I think the last thing we put in was we were at Sunny's, right?
Oh, you did. Okay, there's so much going. There's been a very long pause while you said that. And then, is this a joke? There is nobody at Sunny's. Sunny's burned down.
It's like some sort of ghost story where like no one's been in that bathroom for 40 years.
You don't even know what's in there.
We should
Tell them
And then we'll
that.
go
I mean,
back to
I don't know.
Gerald, who is racing around brick buildings. And then you get to Main Street, and you see what looks like your brother next to some floaty lights, and you start rushing towards him. But as you do, can you roll a move check?
Move, sure. I can attempt to do that.
Okay. So with 0 successes, you are not able to evade this. You don't even know what it is, but you just feel this pressure just smash you up against the wall. And then you sort of fall over. And then you see this black shadow over you. And then it zooms away. You're not hurt. You're just on the ground now.
Is the figure that looks like my brother still there?
Oh yes, it's running towards you now. It's got a baseball bat in his hands, and he's sort of swinging at this black shape that then zooms away from him, and he rushes up to you. You okay, kid?
Yeah. I'm okay. What's...
And then the lights that were kind of lagging behind catch up to him and illuminate your face. And illuminate his face, and it's definitely him. And he looks down at you, and he realizes it's you. And your hair is kind of like over your face because you fell over. And he just reaches out and he brushes the hair off of your face. Gerald, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I was getting pizza with Mom. There was
If you're here too, it's bad. They're doing more testing, aren't they?
I think so. I was reading a book.
And then he turns to the lights. You and Rilla were right. We need to figure out a way to move things. And then the lights kind of wiggle. Can this one see us too? Actually, I don't know. Gerald, what can you see beside me?
You talking to those, like, light bulb things?
Good. Yes. Strange.
What?
This will be the
Yeah.
second one that has been able to see us. Bipedals are so strange. And there's no mouth, there's no face, it's just 3 wiggling lights. And we're gonna go back to the guys inside.
Do we see all that happen through the window?
No, this was like one building down at this point. The lights are now gone from in front of the... If you weren't too stressed out about the message you just got, then you would have seen the lights dart off.
Well, this is complicated.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't usually say this, but I'm kind of getting scared now.
Tell him
It's okay.
that Tell him it's not a joke. Gerald's brother is here. And things are real spooky. I think that sums about everything.
Okay. And
Yeah.
she types out, we are at Sunny's. It's still here. Gerald's brother is here. It's getting spooky.
There's a long pause. You have tested us, and now we need to test you. How are you communicating with us?
What do you call a cash register tied to a Street Fighter machine?
Gunsberg technology.
Perfect.
But don't say that because they probably don't know what that means.
I have
Just-
0 GM poker face. Okay.
Just tell him that Levi says, hey, if my dad's there, you remember that one time you let me take apart like all the things in the garage and put them back together? And well, like it was like that, but with a Street Fighter and a typewriter.
You get about half of that typed out before you can't type anymore because there's not enough space.
Just tell Dad Levi did it.
Okay. I guess I wrote Levi did it.
He can't yell at me for taking things apart now.
Nope. We're in hell.
Probably.
There's a very long pause. Levi, your father says he's proud of you. Please hold on. We're trying to figure out how to fix this. Stay where you
Kind of
are.
don't believe.
Yeah, now I'm inclined to think they're pulling the wool over our eyes again, because that doesn't sound like that.
Well, is
It's
it really
still on stay where you are?
is it really any surprise that the adults messed up again?
I know.
And we're gonna go
Nah.
to Leah, who is looking out into the darkness now because the sun has completely set. And she's just waiting for Gerald to get back. Maybe she hears, you hear muttering from inside where they're still messing with the Street Fighter machine. But otherwise it's just silence outside. And it strikes you as just so very odd because usually, you sometimes come out here by the river and there's, peep frogs and things that make a lot of noise, and there's just nothing.
That strikes her as really, really strange. So she's gonna kind of look back, think about it for a second, but the curiosity is just too much, and she's gonna shimmy out the window, just see if she can't see anything, and call out, Gerald, Gerald, Gerald.
Gerald's on the other side of the building, currently having a crisis. Newfound brother, so can't quite hear the whispering.
She's not sure which way he went, so she's gonna start walking towards the water because her curiosity is driving her.
Okay.
Nice knowing you guys.
It's very dark. There's no lights. There's no stars. There's no moon. Roll me a move check.
One success.
But there's just enough. Your eyes have just focused enough to being outside in this darkness that you see this movement in the corner of your eye, and you move out of the way. just enough time to avoid this just whiff of shadow move around you.
Nope. Goes to start running back in.
Okay. Do you make any noise, or do you just nope and then start jumping in?
She let out a high pitch and started to.
Okay. You make it back inside the window. And as you make it inside the window, and then you turn around to face the window again, and you are just face to face with how... I mean, you've read a lot of fantasy, and you still don't really know how to describe this. A frog made out of shadow, covered in spikes. And as you're thinking that, trying to classify this creature that's also floating, and it's not quite solid, it slashes at your face. And we're gonna go back to Gerald. How are you?
Well,
That's a really stupid question to be asking you right now while we're trying to fight them.
yeah.
We need to get you to safety.
Fight who? We could go into the pizza place. My friends are there.
We can't go into buildings. We can't touch things. We can only touch things that exist here.
The window's open.
What?
The window's open. I can get inside. That's
Let's
how
go.
I got out.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Come on. He kind of motions to lights. And as you all go back around, you see the window and just this fog of shadow kind of filling up most of the space of the window. And your brother yells out and starts running toward.
Start running towards it too.
Okay.
It's good enough for him.
And everyone hears that. So, Tales from the Loop doesn't have initiative. So I basically am just gonna call out your name, and you're just gonna tell me how you're reacting to the situation. And then I'll tell you if you need to roll. Leah.
Full-blown horror movie, Jamie Lee Curtis, first Halloween, scream of terror and trying to move back.
Great. Okay. Roll a move check.
One success, thankfully.
Perfect. You as terrified as you are that everything is just going all to heck, because you probably don't say HG double hockey sticks. Heck, everything's going all to heck. You are able to just duck down as the spiky smoke frog flings itself into the building. At that moment, you see somebody you've never seen before stick part of himself into the window. He's got this real wild look. He's not particularly well shaven, and he's got a baseball bat. That's weird. Jules. You've just heard multiple screams.
Guys, I think we need to go find out what that is. And I get up and I start heading towards the window in the back. I haven't been there yet, so I'm kind of just looking for where they generally went.
You see some dude halfway in the window. You see Leah looking freaked out. And then you see... Again, what? Black smoke frog lizard dragon spiky thing lunging at you now. And Brick.
Brick is gonna Dukes of Hazzard across the counter and try to run in the back with his fists up and cocked and ready for punch. And he's gonna, if he gets in the back by this moment, he's gonna just start swinging out of this creature.
All
Probably
right,
not Smokey first, probably Bandit first.
Roll a force check. You go. It's just you're used to, you've got a punching bag at home, and you're used to punching things that are very solid and don't move away from you. So you just kind of swing, and you just kind of whiff. It feels a little bit like when you kicked the door. It's like you do make contact, but it's soft, and you just kind of slide through it, almost. Gerald.
Gonna climb inside the building.
Yeah, your brother's all the way in now, and you pop in after him.
Okay, and
you see Brick punching Smoke.
Gonna try to let's see. One of the things I took. Like assess the situation, like look at this section of the restaurant. He didn't spend any time in here earlier aside from moving through it. Maybe like look at what might be used as like defensible items, or if like say the tables move, or if the napkin holders or Parmesan cheese and pepper like things are around, so they might be able to be projectiles.
In this part of the restaurant that has the open window, it's the back of the kitchen, so you see like just a lot of like ingredients on shelves and things. There's a knife block just sitting right there because restaurant.
All right. That makes sense. Going to grab. I'm gonna run with knives. My mom's gonna be terribly disappointed. So gonna grab. Yeah, he's gonna be as careful as possible, but like grab a knife, or grab the knife block, and like try to move towards this thing.
Okay, you grab the first knife you see out of this knife block. And it happens to be, I don't know if you have ever interacted with a knife block, but you know how sometimes there's like the really cool looking one in the middle and you pull it out and it's actually the sharpener? It's just like this long stick with a grater on it. That's the one you got. You don't care, it's fine. And you go rushing towards the smoke thing. Roll a force check.
Oh, I'm great at these.
I'm sorry.
Nope.
Okay. Again, you almost get it, but it just kind of slides. You do accidentally kind of clock Brick with it a little bit, but luckily it's not a knife. Brick, Gerald just kind of bonks you with a piece of metal. You don't know what it is. It hurts. You're probably going to have a bruise.
Ooh.
Levi!
Levi's going to look back and forth, like trying to decide what to do before he just mutters to himself, grabs the fire poker, sticks it in the fire for a little bit longer, and then run forward and does his best impression of all the screams he hears in the kung fu movies he watches. And he's just going to do a good kung fu scream as he lunges forward with the fire poker.
Great. I want you to do... I want you to do a force check, but take an extra die. Or, do it like you're like rolling advantage for D&D, because this is almost like you're checking your pride a little bit, because like your pride is about being able to, solve problems, basically. So,
Okay, doke.
just roll a force twice and see what happens.
That's a total of 4 successes between the 2 rolls.
Okay. You just like if you've ever seen like an old like Errol Flynn movie or something, like just like swashbuckly majesty, you feel like you look real cool, but you just fire poker this black chameleon spiky smoke. You don't have enough words to figure out what this thing is, and it just starts sizzling and screeching, and it's just horrible. And then it just poofs. It doesn't. There's no explanation for what just happens when it poofs. It just like slides out of existing. There's no body. You can just smell burning flesh, maybe? Is that what burning flesh smells like? That's nasty. But it's gone.
He immediately drops the poker on the ground in shock that it actually worked.
Brick, roll a move check. Okay, good. You move your foot out of the way so you don't poke yourself in the foot. We're out of combat talk, really.
Wicked.
What was that?
What? Gerald, you're smart. You know things. What was that?
Sure. It was this is my brother.
And as he says that, and lit by the glowing embers of the oven and these 3 floaty lights, you see a probably late teens, maybe even early 20s dude. He looks pretty cool. He kind of looks like, gosh, I mean, like, have you seen like that Mad Max movie? Like, he kind of looks like, kind of bitchin', like that. Like he's seen some shit, man. Yeah, kind of like a little scruffy.
Gerald?
Yeah.
Does your brother know he's got Martians?
There evidently other people can't see them. Can you?
Martians?
The lights.
Just
You
just
mean
what we've been calling them.
you can see 'em too?
Martians.
It's just like at what movies with the woo.
This is Levin. Can that bipedal see me too?
What do you call us?
Means you walk on 2 legs.
You're a bipedal.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
I don't have any other way to identify you.
I'm Levi.
Brick.
Levi. Brick. A brick is an object.
Damn right.
Damn right.
That's a bad word.
Right?
No, damn.
If it is bad, why did you just say it? Levin, no. We've had this discussion. How are you here? What happened?
There was a thing on the TV, and they were doing like a test of some sort. I wasn't paying attention.
The loop?
Yeah.
They were making like some kind of like announcement or something.
Means they're finally done.
This is Jules. She's awesome, by the way.
I'm sure she is. And then you all hear a beep. If more people are getting stuck here, it means they're either done or very close to done. I don't know what they're doing. I can't go into their structures. I've been here. I don't know how long I've been here. It feels like years. But
If you
I don't
close
think
that
time
door,
passes the same here.
close that window. Wait, what?
Please don't close the window. If that's the only way into this building, then we'll be stuck in this building forever.
At least there's pizza.
There's pizza.
Yeah, we got pepperoni and black olive, and then pineapple and corn.
He looks torn for a second, like he really wants to talk. But then he goes and he starts like stuffing his face like he hasn't seen food in a while. Then you
Jules,
hear another beep.
Jules at this point is going to take off of her leather jacket and put it on Leah because she looks really upset right now. And then wander out to where. Yeah, you're welcome. You look like you kind of need it. And then she kind of just walks out to where the machine is.
All right, so on the screen right now it says, "We think we know how to find you." And then, "Are you still there?" You figure that was probably beep 1 and then beep 2.
She's going to go ahead and type yes before or coming out if they are.
The way you altered this machine, can you broadcast this? And then there's that strange series of numbers from before.
She just looks at it for a while and then says, "Levi,
Yeah.
you need to come do your hick stuff here."
I mean, I guess. What do we need to do?
Why don't you roll a comprehend as you look at these numbers? Oh.
That'd be a not success.
Did you want me to roll too?
So one of the cool things about Tales from the Loop is that if you are playing a slightly younger character, you've got a way bigger pool of luck. So
Is luck where you just like...
You can re-roll.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll on that because I'm 12. Then again, I have 1 dice for this one, so I may not use all my... I'll use 1 more.
Oh.
Nope.
So you're gonna sit there and you're gonna stare at those numbers for a little bit and just not quite feel sure. You just don't know what to do when everyone's looking at you and counting on you because you are the one that knows the tech stuff, and you're just staring at these numbers, not knowing what to do with it.
I think
And
if
over to Gerald. Your brother's stuffing his face. And then he stops and he looks at you and he's just like, "I'm really sorry. The way things work here, it's very hard to find warm food. Unless they're testing something again and I happen to be near a spot where somebody's, left something on a bench or something. I see people sometimes, they flicker in and out, but it's always when they're testing."
Yeah. Well, they're definitely doing something tonight. I mean, we're communicating with somebody with the Street Fighter cabinet.
What? Who are you talking to?
They said that they were at the emergency something or other. I don't remember. It's been a
He
stressful
looks
evening.
at the lights, and they both kind of go over to the box to where the rest of you are. What have you told them so far? And he looks at the screen. Oh. What have you told them so far?
That we're stuck, and I don't know. They said our parents are there.
What year was it for you when you disappeared?
1989?
All right. All right. Ask them what year it is before you do anything else.
I type that in. What year is it?
Pause. 1991.
Well, I guess I can drive a car now.
I'm one of the high schoolers.
Me too.
Me 3.
You haven't been here 2 years, right?
Now that I remember.
We
I'm
were
still-
right. He looks at the lights. I believed that your hypothesis was probably correct. Yes. All right. Well. So, it means they're probably done. Whatever they're doing. So we should broadcast that back. And then we can tell everyone that they're doing horrible things.
Do
Stop
you
them.
have a radio? Do you have?
We could like maybe take like the radio from here from Sunny's and maybe like add that.
As you say that, Levi, you do see that there is a radio at the back of the stove.
We could use that. Also, there was a series of numbers and letters they wanted us to broadcast. They said, but I'm not. Eh,
That just looks like a radio code.
sure. That's what I suspected.
Can you do to that what you did to this?
Yes, absolutely.
So I'll let you roll whichever of your tech skills you're the best at to start messing with this. And then
That is one success.
your brother just looks so relieved in the moment that he just kind of like deflates a little bit, like he's just been so tense. And then he just puts one arm over you. You are never going to believe the adventure. It's been very strange.
You could write a
And
book.
it takes Levi a little bit of time. And you have to call Brick over for some percussive maintenance. And then once you're kind of down in there and you've got everything all connected, you can't see the screen anymore. So you have to holler up and have Leah read the numbers out to you. And you get everything punched in. And then the sort of code starts transmitting out of the radio. And then on the screen you see it flash to orange and flash to black. Excellent. We think we can shift things back. Stay where you are. And then you see your brother. Look at his friend. And nod. And the lights leave. They go out the window. They disappear.
Nice to meet you, mixed Martians.
They're not Martians.
What were they?
I've had many long conversations with them trying to understand that. They're, as far as I can tell, some sort of light elemental. I don't have the words to explain. They say that they've always been here. There's several of them. They are very afraid. Ever since the testing started, those black smoke things have started attacking them. But let's just get back to when we're supposed to be, where we're supposed to be. Start trying to get these people to talk about what they're really doing.
Now, is this going to be like Back to the Future? Like where we go back and everything's like different? But like...
I have no idea. As he says that, actually, that same thing that happened when you fire pokered the black creature, your brother pops out of existence. And before anybody can say anything at all, you blink, you open your eyes again, and the music's on. And you're all back to where you were. Leah, you're at the counter. Thanks. I'll get working on these answers. You're a real good pal. I'll get you a free pizza for your help. Hold on.
Okay.
Jules, you're back at the table. My boss is so annoying. I can't believe he wanted to watch the news. I'm so glad somebody talked.
And she's like, hang on, and she goes and she starts looking for the others.
Brick and Levi are at the Street Fighter machine. It's totally normal. The cash register's over there. And Levi, you just got done kicking Brick's butt.
Bastard.
That is the least of my... Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh, boy.
And Gerald, you're standing there with your Moxie. Your mom's smiling. Has a Moxie in her hand, too. All right, let's go get your brother and your sister at the movie store.
Okay. Don't expect me to eat any pineapple.
Of course not. You hate pineapple.
Yeah.
You got your Moxie?
Yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah.
go. And she goes to leave Sonny's Pizza.
We'll turn back and see to look at the others.
You all meet eyes. You all remember.
Levi checks his pocket for the quarters.
You have so many quarters in your pocket?
Leah just reaches out the jacket to Jules like shocked look upon her face.
I don't know what happened, but I want you to know I think you're a nice person. She kind of just puts the jacket on and walks back.
Now, brother, I know we have some rules, but I think we might want to invite them over to the clubhouse to talk things over.
Agreed.
And as you all see Gerald follow his mother, who just has this spring in her step, out to the outside, and the sun is setting. And if you look at just the right angle, you see 3 floating lights that kind of sparkle at you. And then the screen fades to black.
Oh my god.
And that was Sunny's Pizza.
So this is a weekly game we're playing now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I have a setting.
Well.
It was
Wow.
very fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank
Britt.
you,
Really
Britt. You
brilliant.
did amazing. You are wonderful.
Phenomenal.
So I on most streams I am saying what our Twitter handle is. We still have 8 minutes on the clock as far as I can tell, so if we start with Brick,
Sure.
what are you doing these days? How's it going? How do you feel?
So again, name is Zach. I am. I'm all right. My Twitter handle is Dustfade Druid. I run weekly one shots on the Nerdsmith Discord channel, and I'm currently in Countless Heroes, our stream that we do 4 days a week for the next few weeks. We're about to end it up, and then who knows what's going to happen next.
Okay, Levi. Now I'm calling you all your characters. I'm doing it wrong again. All right, sorry.
I've literally done those people I've known for 12 years. I'm Joe Collins, Edgar Allan Joe on Twitter. And I also am of the Countless Heroes here on Nerdsmith. I also run a podcast called Dear DM on Nerdsmith, where I talk to a bunch of dungeon masters about running the game and whatnot. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Jules, who I don't know if you're allowed to swear on We Are Nerdsmith, so I just stopped myself from an F-bomb, but just want you to know that.
I swore several
Jules,
times during this episode.
You were
session.
freaking awesome. I'm very glad that you took a chance with streaming for the first time with this.
Thanks. It was a lot more fun, and second half I relaxed into it a lot more. So thanks, everybody. I'm on Twitter at The Good Cup of Joe. I do a lot of in-person games as a DM, and nothing really online, but maybe that'll change. So, because I always need more friends.
Come to Nerdsmith. We have cookies.
I've been listening to Dear DM for a long time.
Gerald.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but you wrote a missing brother into your story.
You just said create a bunch of NPCs, and so I was just like, all right, spaghetti time. My name is Kyle, and I am at xgrimsby on Twitter. I'm one of the Nerdsmith directors, along with one of our compatriots playing tonight. I am Pip on Countless Heroes. I am Rupert on WAND Radio, both parts of the Nerdsmith Network. I am Merrick Strider on Shenanigans, that it will be on Tuesday evenings after the subdrive ends. yeah, it's a lot of fun working with these guys and gals and undeclareds.
And refusals to submit to a box. Leah.
So, hey, I'm Fennec. You can find me at the Fennec Wolf on just about everything. I guest on Countless Heroes for one episode. I'm also on the Land Above podcast as Riza Shieldbiter, the nature cleric who's wonderful and werewolfy. I'm also, I forgot to say this before, but Nerdsmith's associate director and community manager. So I'm the one who's like talking to y'all a lot and getting your feedback, and y'all are an amazing community. And thank you for coming out and supporting us tonight. We love you very, very much. Mwah!
Fennec didn't single-handedly basically make this happen, but pretty close. Hi, I'm Britt. I'm at Atomic Firebird on the Twitter, and a couple months ago, I had just lost my job and wandered into the Countless Heroes chat, and Fennec talked to me, and I had a really nice night there, and I've basically been like a Nerdsmith fan. Like, you have my heart for getting me through. That was a real bad brain time. So, that's...
I can't hug you, but I'm sending aura hugs all your way because I need to hug you.
Yeah. So feels. Yeah. And so I heard you wanted submissions for this sub drive, and I was like, I know how to DM. I don't know how to DM on stream, but I'll try because I really like you guys, and I thought that I could help.
You
So
succeeded.
like you.
You did so good. That was awesome.
And so that's me. Oh golly, I am DMing Dungeons and Dragons on a stream for the first time, which is a lot of pressure now too, that I have to focus on that on Scraticus on Saturday. I'm gonna think about that tomorrow.
Okay, so your Nerdsmith fam is gonna be there because we don't support you, girl.
But
sorry.
I don't want to talk too much about my own stuff because whatever, you can find that out on Twitter. But I figured this is fair game because it's a Nerdsmith thing. But ultimately, the reason I found out about Nerdsmith is because I love Champions of the Earth. And that's how I got here initially. So Champions of the Earth, I have nothing to do with it, but they're amazing, and that's how I'm here. And then Fennec is how I stayed here, and that's a thing, and that's what I have to say about tonight. And now Kyle has to talk about stuff.
Yes. So stuff. If you would also like to have similar experiences to what we have described and what Britt experienced, we are always welcoming new people. We are an open community on Discord and on Twitter. We have the social Discord link in the doobly-doo, or one of the mods will post it in the Discord chat, or in the Twitch chat, excuse me. Then we also have a giveaway, I think, right? Perfect. Yes, you do. And then we'll do the giveaway. Thank you, Logan, for reminding us. Yeah, yes. Okay, I'm looking at Twitch chat now. There's things happening. Let's do the giveaway. Okay. I have no idea what's happening at this point. I'm just winging it.
So Nerdsmith has a Discord while that's happening.
Yes.
It's a cool
Indeed.
place. I'm there sometimes. Sometimes I'm not very good at remembering I have Discord.
All right.
There you go.
We have a 3-month master tier subscription to World Anvil, and it looks like NerdHow N3RDHOW has won the giveaway. So I think that we'll be pinging you via DM on figuring that out, on getting that to you, and back to Britt. Britt was saying that she has they have sorry, I'm very sorry. They have somebody was talking about Discord.
I'm saying that Nerdsmith has a Discord. I was just trying to fill the space between
Oh yes.
the giveaway.
I will run a one shot for you. You just show up there. I'll run a one
Yep.
shot.
Zach runs one shots literally all the time. It's wonderful.
They're
Zach
great.
is running a one-shot next Friday that I'm playing in.
That I am.
Excellent.
But that's
I'll be
a
running one
not
on
tomorrow.
Monday as well.
Problem for Brit. That's a later. I think we're done. I don't know how to close things because I've never DM'd on a stream before. So
Epic dance party.
we're gonna say goodnight and thank you so much for watching us.
Oh,
And
See
stay
you
tuned
guys.
for a little sneak peek at something.
Oh, okay.
at one of the Nerdsmith shows, Final Rites, that airs every other Tuesday. I think that they're going to be on the not this. Is it this coming Tuesday or the Tuesday after? They're on Tuesdays at 12 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. EST on Nerdsmith with this channel, this same channel, this upcoming Tuesday. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Other Brain, Logan. You are phenomenal. Yeah. So stay tuned. We're gonna watch a quick sneak peek, and we'll be good to go. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's always a pleasure having people enjoy the content that is being put out, and thank you again, Britt, for running an amazing
Thank you for
session.
having me.
Stay
Bye.
possum, y'all. Bye.